Welcome back. We continue live right here on the Allegheny Health Network Nightly Sports Call Bordas and Bordas Hotline, which is hot tonight at 412-575-2600. That's the number. Tweets at KD Pomp, at Ron Cook PG. Johnny Cam on Twitter says Huntington has zero accountability. It's his job for life. No matter how many awful drafts, disaster trades, he is here for life. And then we have another question. Jason Albert wonders, what is accountability under Bob Nutting? And I think that's a good question, Ron. What is accountability from the owner down to its management team? Because, you know, you have the ability to spend even if you don't want to, but you can if you want. There's no limitations on what you can spend, and yet this ownership group has decided not to spend as much. And this year in particular, and over the last two off seasons, we've seen virtually no spending.
And I think the accountability comes from the fans. I mean, you don't have to go to the games. Do you see the attendance tonight, Bob, over there? I don't know what they announced, but I was not there either. I watched it on TV. It looked like there was nobody in the building. And that's how the owner is held accountable. I mean, no one can make him spend. He's not going to sell the team. You know, you can say he has to hold Huntington and Hurdle more accountable by wins. Again, I think they have some legitimate reasons for this season. But the only way Nutting is held, you know, accountable is by the fans' vote, by whether they buy the tickets or watch the games. I think attendance is down, ratings are down, right?
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, that's how you're accountable.
And that we'll see what happens next year, and what they do in the offseason will have a lot to do with it. Ed in Monroeville is first up tonight. What's up, Ed? How are you?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Hope
Yes,
you're
sir.
doing okay tonight.
You too.
I wanted to talk about the re-signing of Huntington and Hurdle. I think it's a good move for the Pirates. And as you guys mentioned about Nutting's accountability, now is the time, like Ron said earlier, they have a decent pitching staff. Now is the time, or next season would be the time, to go out and spend a significant amount of money on an ace pitcher.
I agree.
Garrett Cole does not fit that mold. I still want him with the team. But if they're not willing to do that, it's just lip service. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I saw Huntington speaking the other day about not winning a World Series, I kind of rolled my eyes because they haven't even won a division yet.
Right, that's my point. Accountability means also numbers, what you see every single day in the standings, and they haven't won a division. They've gotten 3 wild cards, that's it. Now, you can say that their number of wins in that year would have won other divisions. I get all that, but it is accountability, and I agree. I think they need to add on. Ron, you can go in and say you like all these players, which I do too, but at some point they're going to need some help along the way.
Well, I think I also said they need another starting pitcher and they need a third baseman.
Not just
unless they get Gung back, and I mean I think they're still holding out hope. They're trying to get him into the Dominican, right?
They are. They're having a hard time with that now.
Well,
too.
I mean, he may never be back, but you got to find an everyday third baseman with some home run power. But you know what those guys cost? They cost a fortune.
Line 4 we go. It's Joe in Penn Hills. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Hi, Bob. Hi, Ron.
Hey.
Hi.
Well, we all know now that both these guys are very comfortable for the next 4 years. They'll be able to send their kids to college, whatever. They're Huntington's been there 10 years, Hurdle 7. And I'm like you, Bob. I don't think he's drafted very well. I don't like a lot of his deals. Ron and Pony had the commissioner of baseball on about 10 days ago, so it was very interesting, some of the questions. And one, they asked him, what did he think of Bob Nutting? My Lord, I thought it was the coming of the Lord. He said he was so great, and he's on the commission. That's when I turned off the radio. I've had enough. Bob Nutting is not good for ownership the way he does things, and I feel bad for Huntington and Hurdle, but I think they're yes men, and they're comfortable. And I'm a diehard, but I feel real bad what's happening to our ball team, that's all.
You know, a lot of people agree with that, Joe. Thank you for the call. Ron, I've heard that a number of times where they look at what Bob Nutting is actually doing here, and you're owning a team, you're making profits. I don't think that's at all in dispute. Why not spend more of it on your roster?
Well, that's a question for him. I can't answer that. I want to see them spend more too, but they don't make their books available. We don't know exactly how much they make. I think it's pretty sizable. Baseball is not like hockey was before hockey shut down. Very few teams were making money then. Now so they shut it down, and now they're all making money. But in baseball, they're all making money already. There's no reason to shut the game down, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
But that's where I think the commissioner's wrong. I think you can describe health in many ways. To me, if you want to make money as cash cows, fine, you're healthy. Is the game healthy? No, it's not, in my view, and I've said this, Ron, I sound like a broken record, but whenever you have disparity on the field when it comes to actually going against other teams on a year-to-year basis. So what did Rob Manfred actually tell you about the Pirates' chances in that radio?
Said that he mentioned Kansas City, mentioned Cleveland.
No, that's not what I mean. How many times
he said small market teams can do it. And Bob, I've made this argument before. I personally believe baseball is just as competitive as the NFL is. More baseball teams have made the playoffs in the last 20 years than the football teams have. There's no New England in baseball, is there? I mean, the Yankees haven't won a World Series since when?
But that's not
when have they won?
My logic.
The Dodgers have spent $250 million and haven't won a World Series.
What does that $250 do every single year to their
gives them a chance to win.
It gives them a decided advantage. If they mess it up, it's on them. New England has achieved their dynasty status because they've done the right things. And everyone has
But there's a salary cap out there around them.
I understand that. That makes it more appreciative that they've done that.
I agree.
Baseball doesn't have that. So
I am just saying there's just more teams make the playoffs in baseball.
That doesn't mean
it's
an equal footing.
It's not an equal. And Manfred said that. He told us on here.
Why would you like that as a commissioner?
What's he supposed to do?
He's supposed to say this is not right, and
so they're going to shut the game down?
Well, they won't ever do that.
No, because they're making too much money.
Okay.
This isn't the NHL.
All right, well then fine.
The NHL had to shut down. There wouldn't be a Penguins here if the lockout hadn't happened.
Why? Because the ownership got together and said we cannot exist
because
like
most of them were losing money.
Because they said they could not exist under the current
because most of them were losing money. Not because of the competitive balance, because of losing money.
All right.
What do you mean, all right? The only reason the NHL shut down was because they were losing money.
$250 million payroll, and you can have anything that you choose under $100 million.
Absolutely, you can.
And so, how do you sell that you're going to have a chance?
Because he points to the teams like Cleveland, Kansas City.
I don't like it. That's just my opinion.
Well, you're allowed not to like it. I'm just trying to tell you, explain to him his point of view.
John in Mount Washington. Go ahead, John.
Hey, guys. Here you guys go at it.
We do it every night.
That's fine.
There's a thing in the paper about Nutting. He's been here 10 years owning them, and then 15 with his family. And the little article says, well, we want to get back to postseason baseball. And you got Clint saying we want to go for our 6th World Series. So it sounds like Nutting's just content with being the wild card when he can. It's just people don't want to spend money, and everybody knows it. They just boycott the games. Bye-bye.
All right. On that note, we're going to take a break. It's 412-575-2600. We have Paul, Randy, Doug, and we're looking for your call as well right here live on Pittsburgh CW.